Hi, I'm Sean Manguso, and I'm a videographer here for the Best Years. And this is my favorite piece of the year. This is the Maritime History Museum. I really like this piece a lot because, for me personally, this was the first project that I got to work on here at the TV studio, and it was the first thing I ever went out and actually shot. I was a little nervous, I was a little excited, I was a little bit of, anything that you can expect with coming to a new job. But, that went smoothly, and I think that the piece turned out really well. And ever since then, I've been here shooting and editing and doing all kinds of stuff and just working on the best years. So this is the piece, and I hope you enjoy it.
What prompted my interest in building a maritime museum actually goes back to when I was 16 years old. And I took up scuba diving and first started seeing shipwrecks off the Jersey coast. And my interest was not so much in the sport itself, but in the actual ships that lay strewn across the bottom of the ocean. And I wanted to know how they got there. This museum is the culmination of almost 40 years of obsessive collection of maritime research and memorabilia, all related to the New Jersey coast. Many of the artifacts here are loaned or donated to us by divers that I've known for decades who simply want their artifacts to be seen by other people. They're very proud. Divers are a very proud group of men and women, and they want their artifacts seen. If it weren't for them, many of these artifacts would not only never see the light of day, but would never be viewed by those who will never have a chance to see what these shipwrecks look like on the bottom of the ocean. When people ask me what my favorite collection is of all of the exhibits in this museum, I take them right to the Morro Castle room because it is truly my most intense passion, and I have such a great array of artifacts and memorabilia from that historic shipwreck of 1934. And I'd love to take you through it and show you some of the artifacts that exist from the Morro Castle disaster.
Fire at sea, the world's greatest horror of horrors. The luxurious wardliner Morro Castle is being raked by flames, which broke out mysteriously shortly after midnight during a heavy storm 8 miles off the Jersey coast.
And this is my favorite room, the Morro Castle disaster of 1934, which occurred right off Convention Hall in Asbury Park. I guess one of the reasons that I have such a passion for this, even more so than any other New Jersey maritime disaster, is because there's much that remains to be discovered about the circumstances leading to the Morro Castle's fate that day. The role of the chief radio operator, George Rogers, who's depicted in this photograph at the hospital with his wife sitting by his side. It is long believed that George Rogers played not only a pivotal role in the alleged arson of the Morro Castle, but that he also played a very active role in the fate of the captain, who died about 4 hours before the fire was set aboard the Morro Castle. You see here along this wall, these are all original photographs taken of the Morro Castle as she was grounded right off Convention Hall. Some of these photos sadly show some of the survivors of the Morro Castle. Remember, this vessel was grounded in the very early morning hours of September 8th, 1934. Many of these people were in their rooms, and they barely escaped with the clothes on their bodies. Since the Morro Castle disaster 75 years ago, 5 books have been written about the disaster, and although the authors did the best job they could with the information provided to them, there's so much to be learned of this disaster. And to that end, we are seeking, through the FBI Open Public Records Act law, to obtain all documents relative to this disaster. I'd like to thank you for visiting the Museum of New Jersey Maritime History, and remind people of all ages, that there's something here for everyone, whether it's the Internet Cafe, the Lending Library, our documentation on over 7,200 New Jersey shipwrecks. We have something for everyone. And we're open all year during the months of September through May. We're open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 to 4. And during the summer months, we're open 7 days a week.